Hi, Steve here with this presentation of Aussie Racing Tips. Now this is a software which rates all the Australian races, and so let's go on and show you how exactly it does this. We've got a little map, a calendar up here, and we can see it starts from the 17th of November. That is when the software was finalised and working and giving us all the ratings in that we're after. So if we go into the first meeting, Mackay, we can see here now it drops down all the races. If we go to race 3 for example, let's run through and show you what it's showing up the top here. So it gives us the venue, it gives us the date, the time, the race number, the horse name, and then we've got some ratings along here, and we've just called them tips to 1 and tips to 2. These are ratings for every horse in the race. And then in this column here, what we do is we combine these two totals here, and you can sort all the columns just by clicking on them. So we can see here tips to 1 and 2 have a combined rating of these first two horses of 195. Then we go into tips to 3 ratings, which is not as good as these two here, but we have included them because people want opportunities to cross-reference and look at different ratings and see if all the stars line up. For example, if they're all at 100 rating, then going from that. So this total rating is tips to 1, 2 and 3, all their ratings here. This is their total ratings. Now I will tell you, I don't use tips to 3 and the total ratings, and in the results you see below, they don't have anything to do with these two columns here. Tips to 4 is not a rating, but it is their indication of how they think the horse will perform. 1 being obviously they think it will win, 2 saying that they will run second. Okay, and then on race day, up to there is what you see. From the results, the win price and the place price, they are uploaded after racing finishes for the day. In the middle of the night, the software goes back and gets all those results. So the next morning when you open up the previous day's racing, you'll see, like we're seeing here now, it's got the results for all the races. The prices come from Victorian TAB, so not as good as Betfair, but it gives us a starting point when we're looking at doing research and things like that. So and then non-runner is if on that day if the horse didn't start, then there'd be a yes appearing there. Right at the last column, you'll see here is a little drop-down menu, and we can filter the ratings so that they don't appear. Say for example, like I told you, I don't use tips to 3, so tips to 3's disappeared now, and also I don't use the total ratings. So if I clicked on total ratings there, that column's disappeared now. So in effect, the results that you're seeing below is the combined total here and tips to 1 and 2 and tips to 4 to use as a filter. So in this case here, these two horses, if we were doing 195 plus ratings, tips to 1 and 2 have these at 195, so they'd qualify. And also tips to 4 here has them picked as first and second in their selections. So both those horses would be a qualifying bet. Unfortunately for us, we only got a third in that, but we don't win every race, obviously. If we go to race 4, for example, and we have a look again, we can see there, if we can click on that to bring the ratings, we can see there, okay, the first horse, All Girls Rock, has a combined of 200, so it's definitely over 190 or 195, but tips to 4 only picks it to run third, so therefore in those ratings that the results we're showing below, that would not be a selection. Okay, now the good thing with this, other than the features I've shown you, is this export all races to Excel. It happens very quickly, and I suggest if you don't know how to use Excel, best to learn because it's a very valuable tool, and I'll show you just right now how suitable this integrates with this software. So if we click on that now, what it will do, it will integrate all the races. There we are, I'll just move the camera over. it's integrated all the races that you just saw for the day into Excel. Now if you watch, this is how I find the ratings that we've got below. Just before race day, this is all I do is I go into, highlight that grey bar, go up to my data, go up to filter, and now you'll see there's all little arrows down here underneath. I go to combine tips to 1 and 2, unselect it, and what I want is if I'm using the 195 plus, I'll just click 195 up to 200 and click OK. Now that's taken all the ratings, all the horses, and taken only the horses that rate from 195 to 200, as we can see down there. Then the next filter I want is in my tips to 4, I clear them all and I only want the ones that he thinks will win or run second. So that's all I need for them. And if I click that, this is what it ends up with now. These are the only 6 horses that meet the combined tips to 1 and 2 from 195 to 200, and that tips to 4 thinks will win or run second. So that's that column there. So everything in there is 195 or higher. In the tips to 4 column here, everything here is 1 or 2 only. Okay, and that's the other column there that we're looking at. So those, to get the ratings that we've got showing you below, those are the only 2 columns that we look at once we've got it into Excel. And we can see here on the 17th, out of our 6 horses, 4 of them won, and 5 of the 6 ran a place. Okay, so that's how quick you can use this software. So within, I'd say a couple of minutes, you've already done and sorted out the horses that you want to bet on for the day. Okay, that's how quick it is. So I hope you see the benefit of using this software. Now, the method that we're using here with tips to 1 and 2 combined and tips to 4, they are not what you have to stick by, but they are the ones that we're reporting the results on. And I know it's only early days as I do this video, but the results look very good indeed. Okay, so on behalf of Michael and myself, Steve, thanks for watching this video. We do hope that you see value in this Aussie horse racing tips. Keeping in mind the tips are up there very early, so if you're living in the UK, you can do this, get them done and load them into your favourite bot and go to bed knowing that the bot's going to place the bets on the best rated qualified horses in the Australian racing. And as of September this year, of course, now you don't need the Australian wallet, so you can just bet all of these on your main wallet. Okay, thanks for watching this, and we do hope you see the value. Thanks very much.